Good day, everyone. Welcome to our class in Ed 401, Practical Foundation of Teaching. I am Jerlisa Nooha Labrador, a fourth-year BE Ed student of Negros Oriental State University, Shaton Campus. And today, we are going to discuss one of the most engaging and effective instructional strategies that teachers can use in the classroom: the collaborative learning. So, what is collaborative learning? Collaborative learning is an educational approach where groups of learners work together to solve a problem, complete a task, or create a product. According to Laal and Godsey in 2012, it is a strategy where students come together to share knowledge, exchange ideas, and learn from one another. But collaborative learning is not just about being in groups. It is about meaningful interaction. When students collaborate, they defend their positions, rethink their ideas, and learn how to respect others' point of view. So, for example, if one student believes that discipline is the most important value for success and another thinks that creativity matters more, collaboration allows them to discuss and defend their positions, which leads to a deeper understanding of both concepts. So in short, collaborative learning is about learning with and from each other. Now, let us move on to the different types of collaborative learning. For each type, I will give the meaning, provide my explanation, and share an example. So the first one is think, pair, share. So, it is a simple technique where students first think individually about a problem, then pair up with a partner to discuss their answers, and finally share their ideas with the whole group. So, this method is powerful because it balances independent thinking with social interaction. So, it ensures that every student has time to form an idea before sharing it. So, example, imagine you are in a science class and the teacher asks, "What do you think is the main cause of climate change?" So first, each student writes their own answer. Then they pair with a classmate to compare ideas. And finally, each pairs share their conclusion with the class. And the second type of collaborative learning is the informal collaborative learning groups. These are short-term groups usually formed during class to handle small tasks or activities. So they are flexible and temporary, often lasting only for a part of the lesson. So the purpose is to encourage quick sharing of ideas. So example, a teacher asks groups of 4 students to discuss the moral lesson of the story they just read and then present it briefly. So the group exists only for that activity. So the third type of collaborative learning is the formal collaborative learning groups. These groups are formed for long-term assignments lasting for several weeks or even months. So unlike informal groups, these formal groups require commitment and consistent participation. This type is common in big projects. So example, in a TLE class, students are grouped to create a business plan. So over the course of a month, they research, design, and present their plan together. The fourth type of collaborative learning is the collaborative-based groups. These are long-term groups often lasting an entire school year. The purpose is to provide consistent peer support, not just for one project but throughout the learning process. Students in these groups often became accountability partners. So, example, a teacher organizes permanent groups in math class. Throughout the year, these groups check each other's homework, share tips, and motivate one another to improve. And the fifth and the last type of collaborative learning is the problem-based learning or PBL. In this approach, students are presented with a real-world problem that they must understand and solve together. So the strength of PBL is that it forces learners to apply their knowledge in practical ways. It develops critical thinking and teamwork. So, for example, in social studies, teacher gives the problem. How can our community reduce plastic waste? So, students must brainstorm, research, and came up with possible solutions. So, as you can see, each type of collaborative learning provides unique opportunities for students to interact, build knowledge, and grow together. Why is collaborative learning so important? So, first, it helps students develop communication skills, so they learn how to express themselves clearly. Second, it encourages critical thinking and problem solving, so as ideas are tested and refined through discussion. So the third is it builds confidence, so even shy students find their voice in smaller groups. And the fourth one, it develops teamwork and social skills, including negotiation, leadership, and even conflict resolution. And the most importantly, it teaches students that success is shared. Collaboration helps us realize that we learn better when we learn together. To wrap up, collaborative learning is not just about dividing students into groups. It's about creating an environment where knowledge is built collectively, and it develops both academic and social skills that students can carry beyond the classroom. Thank you for listening, and I encourage you to embrace collaboration not only in this class but also in your journey as future teachers. Remember, together we achieve more.